We have come to the moment of time on his radio. Hi, it's Rob and Lizz. To let the person know who won the best summer ever trip to Orlando.
It's so exciting.
Thanks to Southern Wesleyan University for making this a reality for somebody. So here's the thing. We're calling this individual for a different reason. They have no idea that they're winning the best summer ever.
Well, what a letdown
I hope
it
we
would
can.
be.
I hope we can pull this off.
I know, but what a letdown it would be just to say, hey, here's the trip. You won it.
We found out about the elementary. Well, we found out about this person's job.
Yes.
And they have a wish list for school supplies.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'll say. And then we'll let them know shortly after that they're going. Okay? So
let's do it.
Here we go. I so hope we don't go to voicemail.
Hello.
Good morning, Alicia.
Good morning.
It's Rob and Lizz at his radio. I hope you're doing well so early in the morning.
I'm doing so great.
I know you're getting ready to teach. It's kindergarten, right?
Yeah. I listen to you guys every morning on my way to work.
Well, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
We'll keep you company all the way on in to teach those kindergartners. I understand you have a hamster in the class?
Actually, a guinea pig.
A guinea pig. Okay, what's the guinea pig's name?
His name is Teddy.
How'd you come up with Teddy?
Well, he's a special type of guinea pig that has, like, teddy fur, I guess you would say, like those old-fashioned teddy bears that have the really, like, crunchy fur. I don't know. It's a type of breed of guinea pig.
They're a little furrier than the other ones, right?
Yes.
So we heard that you have an Amazon wish list. You're just starting school, and so you've got a hefty wish list to get some supplies in, especially for the guinea pig.
It just ends up getting really costly for him. He's a great pet. The kids love having him.
You know, if I had a kindergartner, Alicia, I would love to have him or her in your class because not only are you taking care of Teddy, the guinea pig, but you've got some things on that wish list to take care of things like boo-boos.
Oh, for sure. It just makes my life so much easier for Band-Aids, thermometers. Then I don't have to send kids up to the office if I can actually take their temperature in the room myself, or even like little ice packs. We're not allowed to have fridges in the room, so it's just kind of easy to have like those breakaway ice packs that when they, fall on the playground, I can deal with that myself in the room.
Well, tell you what, because we heard about the wish list, we have somebody who wants to take care of some of that wish list for you.
Oh my goodness, that would be such a blessing.
Yeah, we're going to take quite a chunk out of that wish list, which is going to be awesome. So we'll make sure to do that, okay?
Am I able to know who shared my wish list? That is such a sweet blessing.
I think first we want to tell you one more thing.
Okay.
Because you went to the website at one point, you texted summer at one point, which got you into the best summer ever and in the running for that trip to Orlando and Universal Studios, courtesy of Southern Wesleyan University, who is going to help with a little bit of that wish list that we're talking about. But also, you are going on the trip to Orlando.
No way.
Yes way.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. That is so exciting.
Alicia, you are going to Universal Studios. You're going to stay a couple of days. You got some food along the way, and you've got the gas for the car, too.
Oh, my goodness. I never would have guessed that I would win that trip.
Who are you going to tell first?
Oh, my goodness. Everybody at work when I get there.
Who are you taking on the trip?
My nephew and my sister. I've been wanting to take him to Universal, and his birthday is coming up next week. He turns 11.
Oh, what a great birthday present for him.
And you get the T-shirt, Best Aunt Ever.
Oh, they had already gotten me one of those.
You're listening to Rob and Lizz in the morning.
His radio.
So there's something that you and I have in common. We even have this in common with Liz, and it happens to be we're getting older. It's Rob and Lizz in the morning, his radio. And more you hear about Alzheimer's and dementia, and some people are like, is that my fate? Is that's where I'm heading? There's some things the doctors are saying that you can do that can help out, like keep the mind incredibly active. by doing puzzles and video games and thinking skills and things like that. That's something I have to work on. I try to read, and then when I read, which I like to do that, I read a lot of leadership books. I fall asleep while I'm reading.
You
I'm like,
do?
yeah, my eyes get real heavy, and then I got to go get some coffee, get some caffeine in me, try to pick it back up and do it all over again.
Well, maybe play a game of hopscotch. I've heard that those types of games, anything where your brain is thinking, that's when you might ward off some dementia.
And then some people are like, you know what? I want to go to adulting classes now.
Yes.
You know, learn some things. And then I start thinking, what about adulting that I didn't learn when I was back in school that I wish I would have learned?
Like?
Anything. I mean, for Scott, it's, what was it, acting?
I would love to take some acting classes. I dipped my toe a little bit in the theater back in the first grade and middle school in a couple of plays. But I've always thought, hey, I would like to take some classes and maybe do some, like, what is it, the community theater kind of groups that they do?
Community
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
theater. You have to say it like that.
The theater. Yes, right. The
Liz,
theater.
I think Liz has acted.
Yeah, I've been in a couple of plays. Goodness, the last play I was in was probably 15 years ago.
Broadway?
Or so. No, it wasn't Broadway.
Times Square.
It was well off Broadway, but it was fun. It was like children's theaters. I've done some things at church. Love acting. I would want to take a photography class. I think that would be.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, my dad was a photographer, and I think I know about aperture and f-stop and all these kinds of things. But
Who and a what her?
yeah, it's like if you're
Say
using
what?
that more manual camera, not an automatic, then these are the things you need to know to have enough light and
I just
exposure.
pick up my iPhone and take a picture.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
Thinking about classes you wish you would have had before you were out of school. Like something about finances. I was hearing that Scott's daughter literally is taking something like that to learn how to do a budget.
They did. They just started offering it at her school, and I'm so excited. She had some homework last night, and so we were like comparing, different families, scenarios, like, their debt, their income. And so she's learning all about this now to prepare her, when she becomes an adult. So I'm really happy that more schools are offering this.
She's a senior in high school. And Liz had something like this.
Yeah, I had something like this in school, like how to write a check, this kind of thing. It doesn't necessarily apply now, but my sons took the same kind of class that Scott's daughter is.
Really?
And they learned about interest rates and doing a mortgage and a car payment, this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, this is the kind of thing we need.
I know that Ninja and Jake. I thought, Jake, was this even in your school?
No.
Uh-oh.
No, it was not.
Do you know how to write a check? Do I need to help you with that?
Yeah, I know how to write, but my
Okay.
parents taught me. School did not.
Well,
Look at
that's
that.
good. I know Ninja's parents taught her, I think.
Yeah, that kind of stuff, for sure. But yeah,
It would have been nice to have that class.
yes.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Having those adulting type classes. Kim is here at 800-447-7234. What about you, Kim?
I think we need a class on how to say no and not feel bad about it.
Oh, tell me where to sign up for that one, Kim.
As adults, we take on too much, and we need to say no sometimes.
I say yes way too many times.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. Wow. Well, Kel, go in a different direction, texted in and said, I want to take cake decorating classes.
Really?
Yes. It's so much fun. There's a bakery not too far from where I live, and they have these decorating classes like once a month or something.
Really?
And I did it, I think it was last year, and learned how to make Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in a cake form.
No.
It was awesome.
Why didn't you even bring that?
I think I did, didn't I?
No.
Maybe I didn't.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
It's Rob and Liz in the morning, his radio.
There's a family, the Dominguez family, they decided they're going to take a vacation. This thing is going to be a huge vacation. They're going to Bali. They went to Bali.
Really?
So on the way home, it's mom, dad, and then their daughter, Valentina. On the way home, they had a stopover in Tokyo. I mean, come on now. This sounds like a lot of fun. So in Tokyo, in the airport, little Valentina left her American Girl doll behind.
No.
Right.
No, and those are not cheap.
They're not cheap.
I
Plus-
know this from experience.
Right? Plus, there's that relationship with a girl to her doll. And so she wanted, of course, her doll back. So mom posted on social media. I think dad's sharing it like they are trying to find this doll. So one of the pilots for the airline that they flew said, you know what? I'm going to be going through the airport in Tokyo, and I'm going to look for this doll. So I guess he called. He had some conversations, couldn't find the doll. Finally, he just walked himself up to Lost and found the doll.
Somebody turned it in.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Right? And he ended up getting the doll back to Valentina and even went to her house to hand deliver it.
Get out.
I mean, the power of social media. When we think social media can be terrible, and it can in certain instances, something like this is
and
good.
For the pilot to go the extra mile, he didn't have to do any of that. I mean, he could have just looked in one terminal and gone, whatever.
I tried.
Went to Lost and Found, picked it up, and delivered it personally to the house.
Yeah, even gave her some cards and some things like that. And now they're building a relationship with each other.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
Connor's out fishing, 14 years old in Minnesota. He's out where it's about 20 feet deep. Catches a big one.
Oh, good.
I mean, it's worth $2,000. It was like the prize, Reels it in, hooks it in. It's really heavy. He hooks it in. He gets it. He goes, look at this, $2,000. Opens up the wallet that he caught. $2,000 on the inside of it.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so did the fish eat the wallet?
And there's no fish.
Oh, he didn't catch a fish
He
at all.
caught a wallet.
He just got... How in the world does that
It
happen?
must have been on the bottom, and so he hooked it somehow. And when he felt it, it felt like a fish, and so he hooked it really hard, brought it all the way in, didn't give up much of a fight.
Oh, but I bet it did feel like a fish. If it had $2,000 cash in it, it was given some resistance.
Credit cards, everything, and the business card was still intact. He could read it, and so he was able to get a hold of Denny, who this belonged to, and Denny's like, hey, Connor, thank you for being honest. Give me everything back. I'm going to give you some prize money. He's like, no.
He wouldn't take it?
No reward whatsoever.
Connor.
So I think he took him out to dinner.
Oh, well, good.
Him and the family, got
know,
a gift card, all that other stuff.
Took him to Chuck E. Cheese, gave him some coins.
That's all you need.
That's awesome.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
Kelly is at a perfect season in her life. She's getting ready to have a baby.
Aww.
Pregnancy is going so well. She gets to about 8 months and her stomach is not feeling too well. And I'm not talking about the baby part.
Yeah.
Just talking about her stomach, and things are not going too well. And she keeps talking to the doctor, and the doctor's saying it's a part of the pregnancy. Everything's going to be okay. She finally talked to all these different doctors, and one said, let's do a colonoscopy.
Okay.
They listened to what she had to say. She had a hard time convincing somebody. Finally, somebody heard her and went, okay, let's check this out. Did a colonoscopy, found a tumor, stage 3.
No.
Yeah.
She's pregnant, though.
Mm-hmm.
She is, okay.
She was 8 months
Okay.
pregnant.
Okay.
Baby is come.
Whew.
And so it's in this world. The colonoscopy happens, stage 3 tumor.
Wow.
Colorectal cancer.
Wow.
That's scary because you think about, cancer in the colon. That's like, there's not a lot of hope when you hear that. She went through some immunotherapy that's pretty new for this type of cancer. They have immunotherapy for melanoma and very successful for a lot of people. And this one was very successful for her. The tumor's completely gone now.
Wow. It goes to show, and I think most doctors, do listen. I truly do.
Oh, yeah. I have doctors that listen.
Right. I've never had one that honestly didn't listen. I think you should always get a second opinion because we're all human. We can miss things. So get a second opinion if you're not getting the answer that you feel comfortable with.
And she's like, listen, this is you. And so if for some reason they're looking at the symptoms going, it's related to that, but you feel differently, keep speaking up.
Absolutely. I think that is the point in this entire story is always speak up for yourself and your family members if you don't feel comfortable with what you're hearing back.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Laura, the setting, 1994. She's moving into her college dorm room, probably takes her Care Bear. She's got her jelly shoes. She's getting into the dorm room in 1994 at Miami University. Not in Florida. It's in Ohio. Miami University. I know it's weird. So anyway, she has this great 4 years, at this college, at this university, in her dorm room. Well, fast forward, her daughter is moving in to Miami University.
The same place.
So
Nice.
it's like probably she got a legacy scholarship of some sort because her mom went. She's getting some money off.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So she moves into the dorm room. She gets her assignment and she's like, wait a minute, Mom, look, this is the dorm room I'm moving into. Same exact dorm room her mom had in 1994.
Get out.
What in the world? How in the world did that happen?
Nothing but God.
Nothing but
Right?
God. To have this story out there and mom and daughter now have this, they already have a connection, but now it's even bigger.
It is really cool that they're both stayed in the same dorm room at the same college all those years apart.
And obviously, mom had a good time when she was at Miami University, a good experience. And now, so maybe, the daughter's going to have the same thing.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
A lot of kids already back in college, maybe for the first time. There is a university, it's Ferris State University, I believe this is Michigan, that have decided that they're going to help with that transition period. And some kids are going to be able to move in with their pets.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, whether it's a bird, guinea pig, a dog, a cat, whatever it is.
Sure, there might be a size restriction.
They're not as far as I can tell, but the kids have to sign off on like a security deposit type thing. If the puppies or the cats destroy anything, they have to be
right.
obviously they have to be responsible for that. But the reason they're doing it is they said that a lot of kids coming into college, especially for the first time, deal with things like depression, anxiety, even just being homesick.
Yeah.
And these pets, whatever it is, can help bridge that a little bit.
Scott has a daughter that'll be in college before you know it. She's 16 or 17.
She's 17, high school senior.
No
Oh, my
way.
goodness.
Okay,
Yeah.
so she goes off to college. What would she bring with her?
Well, we have two cats, but one is about 15 years old, about the same age. They have this really special bond. My daughter treats her like a queen. She's like a fluffy calico, kind of one of those ragamuffin type cats. Even calls her Her Majesty. Here she is. And so I can
I love
totally
that.
see my daughter taking Bella with her to college if she could.
Bella the Calico Cat.
Well, maybe you
Yeah.
need to apply to Ferris State University in Michigan.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Have I complained? Yes. If I go through somewhere and my drink is totally wrong, then I'm like, hey guys.
Yeah, when they get the fountain drink and it's mixed wrong, there's more there. You know how they do the cola and the whatever it is in a fountain drink?
Carbonation,
The
yeah,
carbonation.
yeah.
Sometimes it's off.
Yeah, and so either you get all carbonation, which is the worst, or it's completely flat, which is not great.
I don't know if you know how old the complaint letter is, but they found one that's pretty old.
I'm going to say late 1800s. I'm going to say that.
Wow, I wouldn't have guessed back then.
Well, I mean, because, there was the postal service and, there was mail. So
They
I'm
found
thinking of-
one that goes back to 1750. A complaint letter.
But I mean,
yeah.
there were still letters sent, even back in the way back day. So,
Yeah.
Okay, 1750.
1750 in
That's not
some
that long
ancient
ago.
civilization. I
In
think
1750?
that's 273 years.
Yeah, to 17, something like that. Okay.
1750
Huh. Wow.
BC.
Do what now?
Yeah. So that's that's
a
more
minute.
than 273 years.
Was there paper then?
There was tablets.
So somebody took the time to chisel
On a
a
tablet.
complaint letter.
And we're not talking an iPad.
Like you are mad. Like you
Yeah.
are upset
Mhm.
if you're chiseling that out.
Yeah.
You're bedrocking that thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
They ordered a quarter pounder and cheese, not a Big Mac.